the creative Contessa here. So I have just received a package in the mail and I thought we would unbox it together. I ordered this from eBay and it's been relatively long enough that I'd forgotten what it was, so I'm kind of excited to see what it is. So let's see what we have here. So this is an interesting little box. It's actually a magnetic box. Oh, it's the silk button twist that I ordered, vintage. So people often ask me where to get supplies for their various creative projects. And I have to say my favorite source for supplies for most artistic and crafting projects is actually vintage overstock items or dead stock. Why, you might ask? Well, because these items were made before we offshored all of our shipping to developing nations with no labor standards, such as China. The quality of them is far superior to nearly anything that's being produced now. And also, they actually tend to be spooled on natural materials, such as wood. So I actually have, if you look here, this is actually a wood spool. So once I use this 10 yards of button twist, then I will have this nice empty wooden spool, and I'll be able to reuse that for winding thread for projects for myself or to provide to other people in their project kits. So this is what I call sustainable sourcing, because the damage, the economic, or rather the environmental damage caused by the production of these items has already been wrought. And so no new economic damage is really being created by using this. So not only does this cost less than buying this exact same amount of silk buttonhole twist new, so normally this would probably cost $2 to $3 a spool for 10 yards. I think I got all of these spools for $28, so that's less than $1 a spool. So not only is it more economical, it's more environmentally friendly. Now, you also have to be careful. Obviously, vintage items like this can be dry rotted or suffer from the ravages of time that might make them unusable. But I'm tugging on these and they're in really good shape. If you tug on thread and it snaps, don't use it. It's dry rotted and you're just going to end up very sad and frustrated. So I recommend when you are looking to supply things, my cameraman forgot to turn off his phone, but we're not going to reshoot this because this is a freebie. So my recommendation for sourcing items, supplies like this, is really go to eBay, go to Etsy, look up vintage, whatever it is you're looking for, silk thread, vintage linen thread, vintage cotton thread, and you'll probably find a whole lot of lot items like this where you can get a lot of materials for very little price, and you're getting much better quality than when you would if you bought things new. Another perk is, of course, that you're not supporting what I consider to be unethical suppliers like Amazon. I am now on an Amazon boycott until they change their employment practices and also how they treat their third-party vendors and also how they interact with the greater economic community as a whole. So hence why I have started looking for other ways to source my items. And that's my recommendation. Go for vintage. Whether it's on eBay or going and looking at your local secondhand shops in their craft supplies, you're gonna find some really nice surprises, both in terms of money and in terms of quality of materials. So that has been your lesson on sustainable shopping. It's Creative Contessa here. If you are enjoying the content that I'm providing, please feel free to both subscribe to my YouTube channel and to subscribe to me on Patreon, The Creative Contessa. Okay? Happy crafting!